Okay, how about some more fun stuff? I should have done this while I was digging the thistle. That is, I should have made this video while I was digging the thistle. But I was too intent on doing what I was doing. As you can see, all of this thistle right here I've dug out. Now you might wonder about these old dry ones, and if I get time, I'll try to clip the heads off of them. Most of the damage is done there though. Those seeds have shaken out. Those are from last year. And they're gonna germinate and have to be controlled in the future. So I mean, you can only do so much. It's not a perfect system, and nature has her own ways. Anyway, so digging out this thistle, and I don't know if you take time to compare this to the previous video, but this was relatively dense thistle right in here. And so these panels that are laying on the ground, they're kind of in the way, and the thistle grew up around them. And so I came in from this side and started digging the thistle out in this triangular area, which is fine. But then I got up to here, and this dense thistle I didn't want to jump into because it's really sharp and prickly and hurts, and I just wanted to attack it from this side. So in digging, what I have to do, obviously, put the spade in the ground and then shove it into the ground. The problem is this ground is very dry and hard, and I'm only able to do it with 1 foot here because I've already disturbed the soil by digging the thistle out. So I ended up a couple of times standing up on this panel and having to jump up on top of the shovel to force it down. And since I mass considerably less than I did at some point in my life, I really have to work on it. But it's quite tricky because the springiness of this panel makes it very hard, makes the footing feel very unsteady when I go to, I don't know if you notice that, when I go to jump my other foot up on there, either way, from either side, it's a very insecure footing arrangement. Plus, the ground is uneven. The thistle is sharp and right in the way. So what I guess I'm trying to say is it's a very good real-world exercise in balance, and balance comes from practice and doing, and from leg strength. And so I've got a lot of leg strength, and I keep growing it, and I keep working on this balance, and so that's all good. But it's quite difficult, and it's supposed to be difficult, and that's the kind of thing that does pay dividends if you're in a situation where it's critical for you to be able to maintain your balance. And as I've often said before too, it's critical to be able to fall down and not freak out, and be able to get back up and not have to call 911 and all that kind of stuff. So all of this stuff is just stuff, but it's important ape lizard stuff if you're planning on still being alive and not being just a recliner slug or a day in, day out rut walker, always doing the same stuff. If you're willing to have challenges, if you're willing to face really tough times, which may be coming up, all of this physical stuff and the mental stuff that goes along with it is just vitally important, and that's all there is to it. And I'm sorry that it's that way for all the professional victims, but you know, when it comes down to nut cutting time, some people are going to lose their nuts, and some people aren't. You don't know ahead of time who's going to be who. None of this guarantees an outcome. But what it does do is it enhances the chances of a successful outcome. And I think that's important. Your mileage may vary.